Hello and welcome to iskipper.net, and this is lesson 19, latitude and longitude for the day skipper. What I've got here is a tangerine that represents our planet, our Earth. What we've got at the two ends are the two poles, so we've got the North and the South Pole. Then we've got lines splitting up from each pole, and these are what we call the longitude lines. And the prime meridian, or the Greenwich meridian, runs down from the North Pole to the South Pole, and each side of that is we've got each hemisphere. We've got the Eastern Hemisphere and we've got the Western Hemisphere, and then the degrees are measured round 180 degrees west and 180 degrees east. Then we've also got the equator, which is a band that runs around the centre of the Earth, and then as coming in we've kind of split up into degrees, and the equator is actually 0 degrees, and then we've got the Northern Hemisphere, the north is the equator, and the Southern Hemisphere, and then we've got degrees running up to 90 degrees to the North Pole and 90 degrees to the South Pole. And you would say north or south regarding how many degrees it is. Then what we've got is we could pick any point on the Earth and we can work out our latitude and our longitude from the chart. So that's just a little overview of what happens to the Earth, and then what we're going to do is have a look at the chart and take it from there. So when we're measuring latitude and longitude, what we need to remember is that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and then breaking it down further, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So here we're looking at the chart, and we're just going to apply what we've learned so far to the actual chart practically. Along the bottom range here is the longitude scale, and up the side is the latitude scale. Just going to look at the longitude scale in a bit more detail. Just looking along the bottom, and we can see we've got the figure here. That 1 degree west means that we're 1 degree west of the Greenwich meridian, and then these smaller numbers along here are the minutes. So this point here would be 1 degree, 20 minutes, and then we've got it's broken down into tenths along here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And we could do the same on the latitude scale. So we're at 50 degrees, and that's 50 degrees north, because there's a 50 degrees south of the equator as well. So that's 50 degrees north. Then we've got the minutes. Don't know if you can see that, but that's 49, 50, 51, and so on. So what I'm going to do now, I've just picked an arbitrary point, which I've just circled here, and that's just to it's just a random point that we're going to work out a latitude and longitude scale for. We'll work out the latitude first. So what I did, I took a straight edge on my Portland plotter across there, kept everything parallel, and then I just marked off on the scale there the line. And then before we establish that we're at 50 degrees, so we're at 50 degrees north there. So that's where I've got that figure from. We're at 50 degrees. And then I need the minutes. So we're at 44, 45, 46, and so on. And we're just below the 44 mark. So that's where I've got my 43 minutes from. And then I need to know how many seconds. So I just worked out there's actually 10 increments between each minute. So they're in tenths. So what I did is I just put the line, and the line's actually bang on the 9th increment. So that's kind of 9 9 hundredths of the second. So that's what I've got. I've got 50 degrees, 43 minutes, 9 seconds, and that's north of the equator, because there's still the same, there's that coordinate south of the equator as well. So that you could get it wrong if you're putting south there by accident. I did the same on the longitude scale, took my straight edge down, and there's my line, and let's find how many degrees. We're at 1 degree west, so that's my 1 degree west. 31 minutes, so I can see there 30, 31, so we're actually in that 31 area. So 31, and then I got down to just broke it down, we've got 5 there, 6, 6.5 there. So 6.5 minutes, and we're west. And we would always give the latitude, if we're kind of giving maybe to the Coast Guard, we'd always give the latitude and then the longitude of the scale.